What's up, guys? My name is Jay Dennis, and today we're talking new metal. So, October 24th of the millennium, 2000, one of the biggest albums of all time dropped. And just a couple days ago, it turned 15 years old. We're talking about Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory. The story for me was I got it the year it came out when I was 10 years old. My mom took me to Best Buy and I really wanted the album because I'd heard so much about it. I probably even saw the TV commercial for it. And I was like, I have to get this album. And I just remember the car ride home being so intense. I'm like, wow, this is the first heavy band I'm into. You know, the boy band boom was so big. I was really into NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, 98 Degrees, and a bunch of other mainstream stuff. But this was my real first taste of new metal. Most people have this CD in their collection. It is the crown jewel of any new metal collection, any hard rock collection, anybody that's a fan of rap rock. Linkin Park took the genre of new metal and made it mainstream. If Limp Bizkit didn't already do that with Nookie, or Korn didn't do it with, Freak on a Leash, or, Deftones, or any other band at the time that was exploding in the late 90s, early 2000s, Linkin Park came out and took just the right amount of boy band image, like an edgy boy band image, and combined it with semi-aggressive nu metal sounds. So it has heavy tracks on there, like By Myself, Forgotten, Points of Authority. Of course, what really makes it a radio-friendly album are the songs like In the End and Crawling. They were able to make something with so many hooks that was easy to listen to. It had just the right amount of edge to where the heavy metal crowds could enjoy it as well. And of course, One Step Closer, Shut Up When I'm Talking to You, catchy chorus. It's so easy for them to market this album to. It brought together so many groups. It brought together radio rock people, the underground nu metal scene, people that like boy bands. Now, when I say boy bands, I don't mean Linkin Park was a boy band, but they kind of did have that appeal going for them in the End music video. I mean, they were young, they were a group of boys, and they had the image going, so they used that to their advantage. That's cool, but most people would arguably, I would say more than 90% of Linkin Park fans would say that Hybrid Theory is their best album. Personally, Meteor is my favorite album, but I can listen to Hybrid Theory from start to finish and be completely happy because it opens up with like Linkin Park's best song, and that's Paper Cut. In my opinion, Paper Cut is the best song. And to me, the first 4 tracks on the album are the best tracks. It doesn't mean it slopes and gets worse. It's just the way the album flows from the first 4 tracks. The first, the first third of the album is just flawlessly flowing. There's like no slowing down, but with just the right amount of breaks and the right amount of dynamics being punched into place. And I just saw them live for the first time earlier this year with my girlfriend, and they played every song off Hybrid Theory flawlessly. Paper Cut was the best song I've ever heard live. And as for the future of Linkin Park and for their place in nu metal, as long as Mike Shinoda's in the band, I don't foresee them trying to recapture that sound. It's a sad truth, but Mike Shinoda, from what I've observed, is the main reason why their sound has changed so drastically. I might be wrong, but I just know that he produces most of their music, so he's a major talent in the band with the rapping and with the song structure, but he also needs to rap and bring that old school sound back. So if it were up to him, I would say, hey, why don't you actually give the fans what they want? Hunting Party was a great attempt to make the album more guitar and drum driven with more screaming and rapping. Great job. That's the best album you've put out since Meteora. So that is a statement. But if you want to really, really recapture that sound, put the record scratching back in, put the DJ, make Mr. Han do some work in the album. and make Chester scream more. You sing less, rap more, and make those guitar riffs that you were so proud of in the Hunting Party aggressive again, bouncy again, like they were in Hybrid Theory. It has inspired me greatly throughout my life and currently does in my new metal project, Raptor Riot. Speaking of which, with the whole new metal revival thing, I foresee a huge revival in 2K16 new metal. So with my band Raptor Riot, which is heavily influenced by old Linkin Park, Papa Roach, Limp Bizkit, all those other cool old school new metal bands, we can really make this happen, and I think it's great, especially in this month of October. Not only was it Chocolate Starfish and the Hot Dog Flavored Water, but also Hybrid Theory. Got a lot of really incredible albums from my lifetime and many people's lifetimes. A lot of people's huge music collections that are turning 15. It's like reminding us these were big albums, and people are starting to fall in love with the sound again. So let's make it happen. Let's make new metal a thing again, and not just a trend that lasted 7 or 8 years. But let's actually bring it back. I'm Jay Dennis. This is Talking New Metal. Hybrid Theory just turned 15. If you've never heard this album before, do yourself a favor and get it. Oh shit, bonus footage. And it wasn't even my current band Raptor Riot that was inspired by new metal. My oldest band from high school, Citizen Ravage, was originally inspired in my freshman year by new metal acts like System of a Down.
Listen up.